Hi, Hiram here. I think I may have confused some people about the Evernew Titanium Alcohol Stove or the Survival EDC Ultralight Titanium Alcohol Stove, the SEUTAS. I've been getting messages and comments and things that like I said, I think I've been confusing people. One of the comments I got the other day was the indentation on the bottom of the Stanley prevented the top row of jets from firing. What I had done was I did a test with the Stanley Adventure cook set and the don't make me say it, the SEUTAS, where I put it under like that. Now there's an indentation on the bottom of this pot, and I just meant that the indentation was large enough that this fit in it. But apparently people think that when this is set, when you have a pot setting on top of these stoves, either this one or the Evernew, that this top row of jets fire. Now I'll put a closer video or closer picture up on the screen. But if you can look up at the top where it's kind of indented with the top row of jets, that's only about 70 thousandths from the top of the stove to that bottom edge there, the first one, 70 thousandths. So when you put a pot, let's go back, when you put a pot on it, flat on it like that, there's no space for these jets to actually fire at any time, whether there's a dent in the bottom of the pot or not. I think that these are just to help it start. When you light it up in here, it heats up, then it ignites these jets, which in turn ignite the outside edge jets. And these are the ones that I think are always working, even if you have this in a stand. Now I've got some alcohol here in the Evernew. Let me try lighting this and see if it'll show up on my other camera. I'm not sure. I don't really have a good enough camera to have that show up, but we'll try. Now what I think happens, if you look at any flame, circular flame, it's always the outside edge of the flame that's burning. The inside isn't burning. Like when you fill a container full of carbon felt, you know, where you wrap it up, stick it inside, it's only the outside edge of the carbon felt that actually lights. I remember quite a while ago, 2 years or so ago, I remember watching a video where these guys, and I can only nicely say that they were, you know, chuckleheads. They were doing a bunch of videos, or a bunch of stoves, like canister stoves and everything else, and they had a couple of Trangias there. So they put the pots on the canister stoves, but then they went to the Trangia and just set the pot right on it, and then they said, "Oh, it doesn't work. It's a stupid stove." You know, morons. But it just stuck with me ever since. Now, okay, now you got to go yellow on me. Let's go with the other camera. See how you have jets here? I don't know if it'll show up on the camera, but for me, the only flames I see are the ones in these jets. There's no flames on the inside. Now, the jets up on the top line up with every other jet. Let's see. Like that. This jet has a jet on top. This jet has a jet on top. This one doesn't. But you don't see any big difference in these flames. So that's why I kind of think all of the flames, even when it's in the open like this, are only on these outside jets. I kind of think, this is again just my opinion, these jets on the top are to help it light the bottom ones. And then once these bottom outer ones are lit, but it's warm, then the top ones don't burn anymore. They may let gas out, but I don't see any flames actually coming out of these top jets. So I'm sorry if I confused people with that. You know, setting a pot on top of this makes it that there's no room, but there's no flames coming out of these anyway. It's all on these bottom ones. So that's why you can use the Evernew and that other one, the SEUTAS, as a stove and as a pot stand. You can just lay your pot right on top of this because it doesn't really affect the flames that much. Again, I'm sorry if I confused people with that. I hope this helps. Putting your pot on top of there will change your boil time somewhat, but not that much. So if you're really worried about weight with carrying other stuff, either one of these kind of works. So I thank you for watching. I thank those that have sent me the comments and messages about that. I thank you for watching. I look forward to your input, questions, remarks, helpful suggestions. And as always, watch for my buddy Max. Bye now.